This is Dean DeCamera of DeCamera Group and the Work Comp Coach. At the recently held National Work Comp Conference in Las Vegas, the driving theme was prescription drug use and the epidemic that it is in the work comp industry. Nearly 20% of all medical dollars spent are medical dollars spent on opioid use, Schedule II narcotics. Of all the dollars spent, it's a staggering number. Recently, there was a Wall Street Journal article, I have it right here, talked about the dramatic increase in deaths from painkiller usage. It's quadrupled in 10 years. 14,800 people died in 2008 from that, and that alone. We're killing our workers, we're killing our citizens, and we're doing it with prescription drugs. And what evidence shows is that the vast majority of the prescriptions aren't even properly provided for the injuries that our workers have. The CDC study identified that 3% of doctors prescribe 62% of Schedule II opioid narcotics. 3% of doctors prescribe 62%. Folks, it's a problem. And it's a problem where we've got folks that are predisposed to do this or folks that have been hooked on this are doctor shopping. It would seem like all we have to do is turn the faucet off to those doctors, but it's a little bit harder than that. It's all about the control, and where do you get the control? If you're a business owner, you've got to take control over your employees, and you've got to take control as best as you possibly can to establish medical relationships with competent professional medical providers that are looking to get your employees better. You want to know that those medical providers are practicing evidence-based treatment guidelines. Ask them about their intended use on prescription drugs. Ask them about their feelings on opiates, particularly to the most common injuries, which are strains and sprains, fractures, and that kind of stuff. Establish the relationship, identify the doctor's competence, identify if he's in that high percentage opioid prescription world, and if he's a doctor like that, don't send your guys or gals to him. Get great medical relationships. You need to find out immediately after the appointment whether or not that doctor has prescribed narcotics to your injured workers, and you should be asking if it's appropriate. Ultimately, they're your employees, and you need to care for them. What do we want for our folks? We want them to go home at night the same way they came to work. That's all we can ask. And you got to be proactive to it. Drugs, opioid use is an epidemic that is growing out of control. Nearly as many people died from drug use as died in automobile accidents, according to the Wall Street Journal. It's a stunning number. We've got to get control of it, and it's up to you to take control of your employees.